Hey!
Yeah, plane cancelled. And I was hoping that you and I could take the little monster for a walk around the lake.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I can't. I'm so sorry. There was a massive overorder at the juice bar, and I have to sort it out.
How'd that happen?
Well, according to Sheila, Naomi did it.
What?
Yeah. And she came down to the nursery to help me out with the accounts. She was returning the favour for your legal advice.
So what's that got to do with oranges?
Well, Sheila thinks that she sabotaged the order on purpose.
Why?
Because she wanted to keep me busy and out of the way so she could have you all to herself.
Oh, she was serious?
Yeah. I mean, why would she say that about her own daughter?
Okay, obviously Sheila and Naomi have some unresolved issues.
Yeah, well, it's probably Naomi's thing for married men.
She told you about that?
Well, she's obviously told you about it.
Yeah, it's because it relates to the legal help I'm giving her.
Yeah.
And we work together and we've become friends and nothing more.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Maybe Naomi sees things differently.
No, she doesn't. And if she did, I hope you trust that I would put immediate stop to it.
Yes, of course. It's just, you know, I'm trying to get to the bottom of what's going on, that's all.
Okay. Right.
Lovely, isn't it? After a long day, you come home to this.
Look, I'm so sorry about what's happened.
And if there is anything we can do.
You know what the worst thing is? Doug was right. I'm a terrible wife. Nearly 50 years we've been together and I didn't even notice anything was wrong.
We didn't either.
Yes, but he's my husband. And if anybody should have picked it up, it was me. There I was in Darwin getting so worked up over an imaginary affair. I missed all the signs. And that just shows that Doug and I are further apart than I ever thought.
How could she think I was being unfaithful?
Well, put yourself in her position. And if you were mentioning Jill Weir...
I honestly can't remember that.
Well, at least she knows the truth now, and that's the main thing.
No, the main thing is the fact that she doesn't trust me.
How many years have you been married? You will sort this out, Dad.
I reckon I go for a walk by myself.
Dad, come on.
I've got my phone with me in case I get lost. Although, the way things are going, maybe I'd be doing you all a favour.
Cool. How'd you go with those transaction records?
Yeah, it wasn't easy convincing Therese without telling her what they were for, but eventually she put everything on that. So exactly what are you hoping to find?
Who was in the complex at the time of the shooting?
Shouldn't the police have done that?
Yeah, you'd be surprised how long it takes them to process evidence in a case this complex. Oh, one more thing. There's a rumour going around about Mark Brennan.
What do you want, Paul?
I believe you've illegally obtained some copies of the police files on Kate's shooting.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's not like you don't have any friends in the force anymore, you know, people who might be sympathetic to your cause or just owe you a favour.
Well, whatever you've heard, it's rubbish.
I want to see those files.
Like I said, I don't have them.
Hey, what's going on?
Paul was just leaving.
I'm not going to let this go.
That looks intense.
It's just Paul being Paul.
Wow, when you neat freaks let loose, huh?
What's with all the oranges?
Oh, I ran into Sonya outside. Actually, that is why I came over.
What, to talk about Sonia's oranges?
She had a mix-up at the juice bar, and she's pretty sure that someone did it on purpose, but she's too busy to look into it.
So she's asked you to do it for her?
And I figured, seeing as you used to be a detective, maybe you could give me some tips on where I should start.
Look, to be honest, I don't really have much time, so...
Sonya didn't ask. I offered. I've got a lot going on at home and I kind of need a project to keep my mind occupied, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I do.
Sorry to bother you at home, but these just came in last minute, and if they're not signed today, then no.
No worries. Thank you for bringing them over.
I also typed up that letter we drafted about my painting. It's on its way to Charles now via his PA.
Okay, well, with any luck, we'll hear from them soon.
You guys afraid of scurvy?
Yeah, Actually, yeah, the juice bar got 3,000 oranges instead of 300. It was an ordering error.
No, as if Sonya doesn't have enough to worry about.
Yeah, she said that you popped in to give her a hand?
Yes, I hope that's okay. It's just, you've been so helpful to me, and I wanted to give something back.
Well, thank you. To be honest, the biggest problem is just what to do with them all now.
Well, she needs to on-sell them, try and recoup some of the cost.
Yes, I know, but she's just bundling them up and giving them away.
Oh, well, in that case, I'll take a bag home to Mum. She makes a wicked marmalade. What?
Nah, it's nothing.
It's obviously something.
Seriously, just forget about it.
Is this about Mum? What's she done now? How dare you tell Sonya that?
I smelled a rat, so I warned a friend.
We're talking about oranges. What could I possibly have to gain?
A way to come between Toadie and Sonya.
How can you say that?
Because I have watched you in action long enough to know how you operate. You see cracks in a marriage, and then you take advantage. I mean, that's what happened with Charles and Polly, isn't it?
This is unbelievable, even for you.
I know you deliberately got close to Toadie just to see if he and Sonya were arguing.
You sound ridiculous.
Well, every time I see you with Toadie, you're laughing and joking, having little lunches.
Yeah, it's because we're friends.
Rubbish. It's because you've got your sights set on him. He's meant to be your boss.
What? You can be friends with your boss?
Oh, yes, and we all know how that worked out the last time. Look, love, I'm not enjoying this any more than you are. But believe me, I am just looking out for you. That's all.
Has it ever occurred to you that I might have learnt my lesson? That I might be a different person now? Fine. You still have trust issues with me. It's your problem. But in the future, keep your ugly thoughts to yourself and stop ruining my friendships with other people.
Mum, why are you doing that?
It helps keep me calm. Where's your father?
He wanted some time alone.
Good idea.
Well, he hasn't lost all his marbles yet.
Please don't joke about it.
Oh, believe me, I'm not. He's scared. He's worried that he's going to lose you. Look, I get that you think you guys are drifting apart, and maybe you are, but he doesn't want to face this alone.
And obviously, I don't want him to face it alone either. But to be perfectly honest, I'm scared too.
Of course you are.
Yes, your father and I have had our ups and downs. We've been at each other's throats, but he's the love of my life. My rock. I've seen what this disease does to people. I've nursed patients through it, and to watch the man I love slowly disappear, to know that one day when I walk into the room, he won't even recognize me. What if I can't do that?
This better be important.
Yes, it is. It's about Brennan. Well, I believe that he's obtained copies of police files pertaining to my niece's case.
How do you know this?
People talk, I hear things.
Ah, so it's an unsubstantiated
Yes,
rumour.
it is, but it might also be true, and if it is, I'm concerned that he might jeopardise your investigation yet again.
I'll make some inquiries.
Good. Sooner the better.
Oh! Here, have some oranges. Hey!
Guess what?
You found a way to clone me so I can get through my work today.
No, but I worked out what happened with the oranges, and you were right to be sus.
Someone did overorder.
Well, someone at the supplier made a clerical error when they were writing it up.
Yeah, but I called them and they denied it.
Yeah, well, that's because the person who made the mistake didn't want to admit it in case they lost their job. But as soon as I produced your order book, which had slipped behind the counter, they caved. In a flash. Don't worry. They said they'd reimburse you.
No, that's not the problem. But thank you.
You know, you really don't have to keep cooking for me.
Oh, it's not a problem. Besides, this is more of a thank you for the detective tips you gave me.
So they worked?
I cracked the case.
Excuse me for a second. Mike Brennan. What? When? Thanks for the heads up. You really need to go.
Why?
I can't explain now.
Did you get a tip off about Kate's case?
Not exactly, but I'm not meant to have these.
Are the police coming?
Yeah, any minute, which is why you need to go.
What are you going to do with the files?
I don't know. I'll have to destroy them.
Look, you don't have time. Why don't I hide them for you?
I'm not going to ask you to do that.
No, you didn't. I offered. I can take them out the back, jump the fence, stash them in our garage. The police will never know.
Okay, go. Just do not be seen. Hey, what's up?
Why do I feel we're being ambushed? There's something I need to say to you both.
Brad wants you to look at this.
I've seen it. Please, Dad, look, I know you got upset before. But I want you to look at this. Some of the tougher times you've been through. Like this photo. This photo was taken not long after you lost a child to SIDS. The pain is obvious, but look how you're there for each other. And then this. This was taken when Dad's business went under and money was a bit tight. All right, there's Mum. She's wearing second-hand clothes, but look at her. She's happy. She's laughing.
That was an ugly shirt.
Still look beautiful. And then there was Cody. Look, I know the last little while has been tough, you know, and it's all been a bit of a shock. And what happens next is going to be even harder. And I'm not going to lie to you. If you guys can get through this and survive, I reckon you can get through anything.
Hey, you okay?
Oh, I'm fine.
Clearly you're not. You spoke to your mum, didn't you?
Oh, she just thinks I'm a homewrecker.
You shouldn't have said anything.
It's not your fault. It's like no matter what I do, she's just always going to judge me by who I was.
Well, I guess some impressions are hard to shake. If it's any consolation, I've been through something similar myself.
Really? You got mixed up with a married man too, did you?
No. But believe it or not, it's going to be hard to believe, but I was once a bogan. Yep. No, it's very hard to believe. But I was always, you know, acting up, playing the fool. I figured that if people were laughing with me, they weren't going to be laughing at me, and all that kind of rubbish. But then I wanted to become a lawyer, so I had to study seriously. I got my degree, opened up my practice, but still some people wouldn't take me seriously, and it took me years to earn their respect.
So what you're saying is I should just wait, and then maybe in 100 years everything will be fine with Mum.
I don't think it's going to happen that quickly. But I guess what I'm saying is that You know, if you've genuinely changed, well, then she will come around.
Does that mean you're not a bogan anymore?
Well, there's still just a little bit of bogan in me. Yeah, just deep down inside. He's only allowed out on special occasions. Like Christmas, yeah. And anything involving wrestling and monster trucks. Definitely monster trucks. Barry comes out. Barry, that's his name. Yeah.
Anything outside? I guess you're in the clear then.
Told you I was. So, was this a tip-off from Paul Robinson?
You know I can't tell you that.
I'll take that as a yes.
Look, I get that you're emotionally involved in this case. And with all your old contacts, it wouldn't surprise me if you did have the files in your possession. So, if nothing else, consider this a warning. You're being watched.
Thanks.
Where are they? They should be back by now.
Late is good. Means they're talking.
Yeah, but what about?
Oh, we'll find out soon enough. And then we can tell them about what we've been discussing.
There you are. We were starting to worry about you guys.
Actually, I thought it was a good sign.
So is it a good sign?
Well, it's definitely a good start.
Well, Therese and I have been talking too, and if it suits you, we'd really love you to move in with us.
What? Permanently?
Yep, we've called the kids and they love the idea.
Yep, and I spoke to Gabby and Adam, and they agree we're best equipped to help, so...
We all want to be here for you as much as we can.
That's a very big call.
And also very generous.
Are you sure? I mean, it won't be easy. There'd be times when you'd want to throttle the both of us.
Oh, I know. But we're family, so of course we're sure.
And if it gets too much, you know, you can always move back to Gabby's.
So, Naomi didn't do it?
No, there was an error at the supplier's end. Naomi had nothing to do with the botched order. And I also spoke to Jared, who was adamant that she had never made a move on it.
Oh, love, of course he's going to say that.
Jared is a good and an honest man. If he says that she hasn't done anything, then I believe him.
Well, maybe he's so honest he didn't notice she was making a play for it.
Oh, Sheila, how can you say this about your own daughter?
For as long as I can remember, Naomi has always used her feminine wiles to get what she wants. Now, don't get me wrong, I would love to believe that my daughter is innocent, but every time I see her with a married man, I start to worry.
Okay, has it ever occurred to you that she might have changed?
Oh, that's what she said, but can a leopard really change its spots?
Yeah, it can. I mean, I'm case in point. It doesn't mean I don't struggle from time to time, but change is more likely to occur when you have the support of people around you.
The lawman.
Yeah. Me and my mate Connor, we had our own wrestling show. We actually had a bit of a cult following. We also had a bikini shop called Bounce. Yeah. I know, it's ridiculous.
You're ridiculously funny.
Well, it's good to see you smile again. And with my mission now complete, I'm going to go home and cook dinner for the family.
Oh, thank you for the coffee and the chat. I do actually feel better.
Good. Anytime, okay?
Sorry to drag you out at dinner time, but I thought you'd want to see this. It's a record of credit card transactions taken from the hotel on the day of Kate's shooting. Now look at the name. 30 minutes before it happened.
You're kidding me.
Sienna. Are you sure?
Yeah, 100%. This proves that she was at Lassiter's just before the shooting. Now, you're going to let me in because I don't want to discuss this on the doorstep.
But the police said she had an alibi. She went straight to her cousin's place after I saw her that day.
Well, clearly she's a liar. We both know that she wanted Kate out of the picture.
Sienna wouldn't do this. She wouldn't go that far.
Oh, what? Because she's your ex? She's not capable of murder? Oh, come on, this is a real possibility. And once again, it's all because of you.